We're ready to start? I guess so. Yeah. So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Saturday grid. And I tell you, before we get started, this is the way to do it. And we're having a wonderful Solandia here today. It is a fabulous Merlot Shiraz, and it literally costs about €2.99. You just can't go wrong with that, right? Got up this morning, noticed a bunch of new subscribers, and nice commentary. I got a few more emails in, as a matter of fact, a few more questions that I need to address in the coming biopic, if you will. Maybe just call it the Q&A with Christopher, which I'm hoping to have finished today. I really am hoping to. But went out for a walk this morning, got up, got showered. I was going to get my facial done, right? And of course, as you can see here, this is not a very happy moment for me, sitting in a chair with stuff in my nose and my ears and whatnot. But my barber is fabulous, and he does this threading and stuff, it's just amazing. It just cleans me all up. But went out for a walk. It's farmers markets out. I noticed people everybody's just out and about milling here in what we call the Altstadt. I live right here in the old town, which is what that means in English. But here in the Altstadt, we have all these businesses, from the butchers to hat makers. Well, thank goodness, because I like to wear hats that no one makes. I have to have them made. And so, but just out and about. And I noticed this morning, it was about 9 o'clock, and people are out just drinking beer and having a good time, chilling out on a Saturday. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's the life. So anyway, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and thank you for the wonderful notes and the comments. They mean the world to me. So let's hop into our grid here. So we've got a Ricky J. Sirois. I'm assuming it's French. Of course, edited by Joel Faliano. So let's hop in and see what we got going on today. So bungee jumping might be seen on it. Well, I don't know. Spanish province whose capital is Bilbao, and that is Biscay. That I know. To all my fellow geography nerds. Vast. Let's see. About to get it. I don't know. Maybe an in too deep, something like that. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Touring show for figure skaters. Actors Feldman and Haim, and they were a big deal when I was a kid. The Coreys, Feldman and Haim. Liberal Arts College in Michigan. That would be Alma, and of course, it was the University of Michigan was like the one state school that I really wanted to go to when I was thinking about undergraduate, but stayed in Texas. Receiving gains abbreviation. What do we got here? 28 across for 1. Receiving gains. Maybe yards? You gotta receive the ball in order to make yards in a football game. American football, I should say. Vast. Well, I guess that could be untold. Magic words could be charms. I still don't understand the figure skaters thing. Where the Hangul writing system is used. Annyeonghaseyo! Korea. Let me move my mouse out of the way. Let's see. So bungee jumping might be seen on it. How about a bucket list? If that's the case, I don't have anything left to do on my bucket list. I've rodeoed. I think I've done everything. Kind of crazy, anyway. So we got an Etsy shop here. This might be hard to believe, but I've actually ridden bulls. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. like some basic bikes. Now we've got this T here, and I'm feeling pretty confident about bucket list. I don't think it's going to be 10 speed because that wouldn't be all that basic. Let's go with 2 speed. And now we have here a touring show for figure skaters. I don't know. I've never heard of it. I mean, I know Disney on ice. So we'll see if the Stars on ice. Office hookup, LAN, or what we might want to call an HR no-no. Defensive denial. So what do you think? I did not, or it is not? I don't know. About to get it, looks like in hot water. So what do we got now? Defensive denial. I guess it's going to be it is not. We don't have that D there, so let's see if this works. It still don't know. Compose, pen. No, I feel pretty good about it now. Small denomination. I guess they're looking for a sect there. So yards, maybe a stat, as in a statistic. Reward for staying. Stay, stay, stay. Here's a treat. A bad look. Oh, who knows? Eponym for a ship in a famous thought experiment. An Englishman in New York, maybe. Well, I guess it could be Sting. I mean, he did pen a song called Englishman in New York, but I don't know. It's a bit early. Let's just try to finish our top. Aggressively promote. Seasonal threat. Boy, you know, almost get treat out of that, right? You know, if I hadn't seen the H, I'd be like, oh, maybe it's PSL, a pumpkin spice latte. No, something this might be the flu. I can't think of anything other than that. Aggressively promote. The end of the road. Blank wood, portrayer of the Bond girl. Plenty O'Toole and diamonds are forever, and I think that's Lana. We own every Bond movie. We've got them. We've got them all. Part of UX. Yeah, is this the user experience? Because I guess we could say user. The end of the road, say. Singly. Maybe one. Let's see, maybe one by one. Gotta really check that though. We'll update you once we know in Brave. So maybe this could be to be announced, it seems. We'll update you once we know. Could be determined too. So I don't know. This is looking like it might be to flog. And maybe the last exit. I don't feel really comfortable about a lot of. I don't feel good about one by one or last exit. Company descended from the Rockefeller oil empire, and it looks like Exxon, which here in Europe is Esso, also up in Canada. Got deep in the weeds. So I guess this could be gardened, and yeah, a bad look could be the eye. She gave me the eye. Maybe the Englishman in New York is an expat. I'm glad I didn't just go throwing Sting in there, right? That would have had me all jacked up. Courage, maybe spine. Eponym for a ship in a famous thought experiment. I guess Theseus. Like some window shades. How about pleated? Beat poet. General idea could be the tenor. Still like Graberman. Punish like Montresor does Fortunato and the cask of Amontillado. And that would be to entomb. If you have not read Poe's Cask of Amontillado, I suggest it. This is David Is it Juetta? Gal of note. Starts to pay attention. This could be tunes in. And I think this is Juetta. And the beat poet could be a rapper, which is a great way to put it. Plot, maybe map out. Have to shave one's head, perhaps. What do you mean, my daily routine? It'd be kind of funny if this is right. Lose a bet. Bless you. Precursor to pre-calculus. So it sounds like it would be algebra here. Place to pick up a puppy, perhaps. Didn't we just discuss this yesterday? I think I'd said something about how my dad would grab the little dogs by the nape of the neck, because the nape was an answer to one of our clues yesterday. Historic Milwaukee brewer. Again, I think we had Pabst yesterday too. It's so funny how the same words crop up and they come in these cycles, you know? Like, what's making Pabst so such a thing right now versus, you know, any other time? It's so crazy. I don't understand the phenomena. I guess I need to probably study it. I'm sure somebody's written a paper or done a dissertation on it, so maybe that's something I should look into. Many a retiree these days, yeah, and that would describe my parents, baby boomers. And settle on, I'll be a light, who knows, noted fantasy series for short. This could be, you know, I guess it would be Lord of the Rings, maybe? That's what I can think of with a blank O, blank blank. And yeah, I do think this is going to be a light. Team whose AAA affiliate is called the Sugarland Space Cowboys. Now, I don't know anything about the minors. I really don't know much about the majors. But when you're from Texas, you can kind of put two and two together that Sugarland, we're talking about the Houston area, and Space Cowboys is also where NASA is. So I'm going to go with the Astros on this one. Context clues. Author of Maud. Oh gosh, who was that? Big Mac, maybe? Big Mac. B? Online payment option. Some disposable razors could be Bics. So I guess this could be an e-check, but I don't think I've ever heard of an e-check. I sometimes wonder if they're just making crap up, you know? Local life could be the biota. And popular choice for un antojito. An antojito. Somebody thinking these are probably street tacos. And yet, this isn't the most challenging of Saturdays, is it? Something worn in the woods, a path, and makes sense. That tracks. Okay, so indigenous people of the Pacific Northwest. I'm gonna have to have something more here. Ain't happening. Maybe no can do. Gal of note, maybe Godot. Dance around. I guess this could be to evade. Horses around. Characters in 300. Tired. Or maybe over something. I guess characters in 300. I don't. Is it zeros? You know, those are one of those things that I can't stand in it. If that's true, though, then I think that this would be the Nez Perce. Academic extension .edu maybe. And so tired could be overdone. Elusive in a sense. Maybe Eenie. Dump, maybe a sty. Tech news website. I was hoping this was something like this because I was nervous about a C and an N together, right? No. because I think this is carousel. And so let's get an L down there. Supreme leader. Okay, Diana Ross made it in. And did I fat finger anything? Looks okay, I think. How did we do, Bob? All right. No complaints about this one at all whatsoever. It was a light and fairly tricky in some spots. Like it wasn't like, I don't know, an E-check I've never heard of before and so on and so forth. But yeah, and Ely. So maybe slippery, snake-like. I mean, if that's the case, well. But no, I mean, this was a 12:43 Saturday. Did my fair share of jaw-jacking, as usual. But it was great. And, I don't really have much else to say about it. It wasn't a whole lot of ugly fillers. There's nothing a lot of inelegance in it or whatnot. So this was good stuff. So let's go ahead and off you go until tomorrow. And before we say goodbye, I just want to say once again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the comments. Nothing makes my day more. And so tomorrow morning, I have a trip to Regensburg. And if you ever get to Bavaria, you've got to see Regensburg. It is just a beautiful place. It is just a gorgeous mid-sized large city, if you will. And I've got some friends there. And I'm picking up a mannequin. So that should be fun. But with that said, let's go ahead and bring us to a close. And I wish everyone the very best, and I can't wait to see you for tomorrow's grid. And so until I see you again, tschüss, servus, auf Wiedersehen, bis zum nächsten Mal, lieber Freund, bis bald, bis dann. Man sieht sich, grüß Gott, schönen Tag noch, und ciao, Cin-Cin. Take care, be well out there, and be good to each other. Cheers.